Let me tell you what I mean by that. So, we have all had a moment where maybe we wanted to be in a conference, a mastermind, a seminar, a training, get an extra book, something that we want to do that is supposed to really help us scale. And at first glance, we're like, oh, can't do it right now. I don't have the funds to allocate for that. So, let me just not. So, I'm going to give you a couple of tips to stop you from doing that before the answer is truly, truly going to be a no. Most of the time, what I found in my situation is the answer was not no. I just needed to take the time to look at data, look at the actual numbers before I made the decision. So, the first thing I want to encourage you to do is don't just say no. Say, you know what, let me revisit this. I want you to get real clear on what your purpose is in this year. My pastor just reminded me that if you are a goal oriented person, you are going to want to set goals in every area of your life, right? You want to set goals in your financial part, your emotional part, your spiritual part, your professional life, right? We all want to win in all of these areas, but sounds good, but it's not really realistic. We really need to figure out what is God telling us? What is our purpose in that year? Doesn't mean that you forget about the other areas. It just means that you need to focus more on these areas. So now once you have figured out what these targeted areas should be, I want you to go ahead and print out your bank statement, which is step number 3. Print out your bank statement. And I want you to get 3 colored highlighters, one for green, one for yellow, one for red. Once you have figured out what is my purpose in this year, what is God telling me to stay focused in this year, I want you to go through your bank statement and highlight all the things that are in alignment with that targeted area, with that goal that you have set. And for that, you want to go ahead and highlight that green. Anything that is a little bit iffy, okay, it's not really good or bad, you want to go ahead and highlight that in yellow. And then anything that is truly not in alignment with what you need, maybe it's in alignment with something else, or a different category, but in the targeted categories that we're in right now, they're not in alignment. Okay, so everything that is in red, I want you to go ahead and cancel it. Cancel it immediately. Let me give you a quick example. If my goal is to hire people this year, well, then maybe I don't need those Canva subscriptions or those CapCut subscriptions, especially if my goal is I'm saying, oh, I can't afford to hire someone to do my marketing. Somebody who is going to do my marketing is going to probably have those subscriptions already. So there's no need for me to be paying for it. If you just cancel it and allocate those funds to what you really need it for, as opposed to saying, nope, I can't afford it. Okay. Another example is maybe right now your goal is not physical and fitness. Maybe you are okay with taking an hour walk every morning. You still are going to maintain your fitness, but you don't need that gym membership that's costing you $110 every single month. Okay, then maybe you need to go ahead and cancel that so that you can then put those funds towards that seminar, because God is telling you that you need to be focusing on your finances and your professional area right now. Sure that you're picking up on the process. It's all about making sure everything is in alignment with what it is that you need right now. Maybe if you are being told or you have that feeling that you need to focus on your professional area or lane right now, then you don't need that AMC movie packet subscription that you're paying $35 for every single month. Want to go ahead and cancel all of those things to see, okay, this is what I actually have available. And most of the time you will find that you actually can afford those things that you're saying that you can't afford, or B, you're a lot closer to it than what you thought. And then it will push you to go ahead and find that other money and encourage you, as opposed to feeling so defeated, saying, hey, I can't afford it. No, you may not be able to afford it right now because your money is going to all of these different things that it's just not the season for right now, right? Like in our example, I'm not telling you don't be healthy. I'm not telling you don't work out, but maybe you could do something online on YouTube for right now, and you can cut out that gym membership, especially if you don't have the time to go to the gym. You don't need to be paying for that. And they're pretty much a lot of money. Okay, there are some other subscriptions out there that a lot of people pay for and don't use. Audible is another one. A lot of my clients have Audible and they don't even use it, and this money is just coming out of their account every single month. And it's like, okay, well, when I tell them, hey, go ahead and buy this book by this person because it's going to help you with your finances, like, oh, I can't afford that. Well, if you go ahead and cut out, I'm not even telling you to cut out things that you want to keep. I'm telling you to go through your books, your numbers, your bank account, and figure out what it is that is in the lane that you're focused in for right now. Until you get to these other places, maybe next year will be the year that God puts it in your heart to switch to some of these other targeted areas. And when you do, you can always just go ahead and get that subscription back. But right now, all hands on deck. Everything needs to be in alignment with what it is that you are saying you want to do in this year. So before you say no to another thing that you're feeling is in that targeted area that you need to focus on this year, practice this. I'm going to do it myself today. And so I'm going to show you how much money I will be able to allocate to something else that I need to do that's going to bring me closer to the goal in the targeted area that I feel like I need to do this month or this year. And if you're not getting teachings like this, I encourage you to check out who your pastor is, because a lot of this, as far as like the assignment and the alignment and focusing and goals, I went to a seminar or a training with my pastor, Pastor Darius Daniels, and got a lot of this information. So if you're not getting training like this, I would highly encourage you to check out our church, Change Church. And if you are not having a tax professional that is going to talk to you about these things and not just talk to you about how to file your taxes and what filing status you're in, I would encourage you to reach out to me so that we can have a conversation and see if we are actually in alignment. So guys, have an amazing day. Hopefully it helps you. Now stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you what my numbers are. Bye.